Previously on this channel, we talked about endurance. Now, we talk about its predecessor, Moolah Beach. Welcome to Moolah Beach, where they're going to give some random kids $25,000. Yeah, great idea. But let's get to it. Moolah Beach is the predecessor to the future Discovery Kids show Endurance that would air from 2002 to 2008. However, Moolah Beach only lasted for one season in the fall of 2001. It was produced by Big Adventure Productions and would air on Fox as part of its Fox Kids lineup, but it would rerun on ABC Family later. The host was J.D. Roth, and he co-produced it alongside Todd Nelson, just like Endurance, and a couple other shows we've talked about before. But let's get into the gameplay. The show began with 12 contestants from all over the country. After all the kids were able to get to know one another, they were split into 6 teams of 2, where each team was made up of one boy and one girl. They were then showed the Idol Village, where there were 13 different idols. Inside one of those 13 idols was the $25,000 grand prize. Now, in order to claim one of those idols, there were competitions to earn them. Let's call them missions. There were 2 types of missions. The first was a Manhiki mission. This mission gave each of the teams a chance to claim 2 of the idols in the village that have not been claimed before. The earlier you went in the season, the better chance you would have to get the idol that you would want, that you believed, that had that $25,000 in it. In addition, they received a clue to one of the 4 idols that did not have that $25,000 prize in it. Later, the teams would compete in the Kahuna mission. This was the mission that gave you the best chance to stay on the island. Teams would compete to earn offerings to the Great Kahuna. The Great Kahuna determined who stayed and who left that beach. But the object of the Kahuna mission was not to come in last. First place in the competition would receive 10 offerings to offer the Great Kahuna. Second would receive 5, third would receive 4, and then so on as many teams were left in the competition. This would lead up to the Great Kahuna. Teams would take the trek through the jungle to the god to offer up their offerings. Now each team would empty out their offerings into the Great Kahuna. These offerings were then shuffled and one was dropped out of the Kahuna's mouth. JD would reach down and then reveal the offering to the teams. If a team's offering was shown, they would be safe from elimination that night. This would continue until only one team's offering was not drawn. That team was eliminated and they would sail off into the ocean off of Moolah Beach forever. Now, once there were only 2 teams remaining, the 13 idols would be split among the final 2 teams. To make things more interesting, JD would bribe the team who had the most idols to give up an idol, or 2, or 3, in exchange for prizes. If not, the team with the least amount of idols would be given that same opportunity. Now, the prize included a PlayStation 2, 3 McDonald's for a year, a trip to the Daytona 500, and a couple other things. Now, one team did accept that prize and they did give up 3 idols in exchange for that prize. Now, at the very end of the show, the 2 teams were then shown who had the winning idol, and they received the $25,000.
Go ahead and open them.
However, keep this in mind, the producers did know the entire time which idol contained the money. After the finale, a reunion was held for all 12 contestants, where kids all around the country were able to ask questions about what happened out on the beach and what they've been up to since they left the beach. J.D. Roth announced that there would be a second season of Moolah Beach that would air the following summer in 2002. However, it was canceled and then reworked into Endurance, and I'd say it was a better choice. Now, the comparisons between Endurance and Moolah Beach are very, very similar. The Manhiki missions and the Endurance missions are based on the same subject of claiming objects in order to win the grand prize. In the Manhiki missions, you had the idols, and in the Endurance mission, you had the pieces. And the Kahuna missions and the temple missions are loosely based around the winner having the best shot to stay in the game. They had some changes between them, but in Endurance Fiji we did see a little throwback where the final temple mission did give out the idols in order to stay on the beach. Both versions did involve a lot of drama and strategy. The tone was completely different. Moolah Beach had a more vacation-y vibe, when Endurance had a more serious tone. And one last thing. In the Endurance video, I had mentioned a reboot that was in the works. JD Ross and his new partner, music producer Scooter Braun, have created a new version of the series named Karma. It will premiere this summer in June of 2020 on the new streaming platform HBO Max. So, keep an eye on that. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate the support. If you liked that video, make sure to press a like and comment down below. Make sure to subscribe and ring that bell so you're notified whenever I upload a video. And until next time, this is Reality TV History. See ya.